Hi guys! I'm here to discuss with you how to make your video and audio self-introduction stand out. By the way, my name is Glad and I am working for Chipans Group. Well, it is known as Chipans Group, but the name of the company itself is Bunny English. And I've been working for them for almost 2 years now, and so far so good. Everything is okay. Well, first of all, you need to submit your resume. Wait, I think I have a copy of my resume here. Let me show it to you. Well, it depends on you on how you would like to make your resume impressive. In my case, I think I did this resume maybe like 2 years ago. I was also applying as a virtual assistant by that time and email support. Um, this was the resume that I sent. I don't know how and why this resume became interesting for the handler, but yeah, it's mostly about, but probably because I highlighted here I had an experience being an online English teacher for 2000 from 2012 to 2018, and there you could see about me. Everything is here, career highlights, contact information. Oh, don't forget, you have to include your Skype ID. Okay, don't forget that is one of the most important things that they are looking for when you are submitting your resume. And then you have career summary, customer service representative. I worked for a UK account before. And well, I had a lot of work experiences, but I didn't include everything here because it's gonna confuse the handler. All you have to do is just highlight your work experience as an ESL teacher. Okay? And then you can see academic background, your core skills. You have to include your core skills or your specialty here. Let me see if I could make it a little more visible. So English proficient with American accent if you have, or you can also put here neutral accent. Excellent in verbal and written English, with excellent background in speech, vocabulary, grammar, and technical writing. Patient, diligent, friendly, and versatile. Can easily adapt to culture and people. Knowledge in MS Office. Knowledge in virtual assistant task. As I told you earlier, I was applying for as a virtual assistant rather back in the past. Well, I am now a part-time virtual assistant, so yeah, I got to use this resume. So can work under pressure and minimal supervision, because when you apply as an ESL teacher, you are going to work on your own. You don't have a boss. It seems like you are going to have your own business. You are the business itself. Okay, you can maximize all the resources available, internet savvy, knowledge in video and photo editing. Yeah, I had that knowledge as well. Knowledge in customer service task. Well, it depends on you. You could copy some of these if you had these core skills. And yeah, just the most important thing, you have to highlight or emphasize your teaching experience. Years of teaching experience. So you are going to include your resume and of course your audio introduction. And yeah, that is the main goal of this video, for me to be able to teach you how to make your video and audio self-introduction stand out. Okay, so let's start. I made a presentation for you guys. So first you have to write a spiel. You have to emphasize and highlight all your teaching experiences, as I was telling you earlier. But first, of course, you have to include all relevant information about yourself, such as your name, complete name, and location, years of teaching experience, and your educational background. But you have to make sure that it will sound interesting or make it extraordinary, just for you to sound more interesting for the handler or for the evaluator. Well, this is an example. My name is Gladys Mutok, 33 years old from the Philippines. Actually, I included real introduction about myself so that you guys could also know me and know something about me. So, my name is Gladys Mutok, 33 years old from the Philippines. I am currently residing in Bulacan, the land of heroes, beautiful women, and progressive cooperatives. I am majored in nursing batch 2006. I graduated from one of the reputable universities in our region, which is Baliwag University. I practiced my profession for 2 years and eventually I had to make a career shift. The rest is history. I became a customer service representative for a UK-based company from 2008 to 2011. My task was to handle different customers' concerns and inquiries. I decided to work from home as an ESL teacher for a Korean company named Choyub J's Online English from 2011 to 2013. I taught beginners to intermediate English learners. Then from 2013 to 2018, I became an online English coach for another ESL company named Now and Talk, handling mostly adult students or advanced English learners. Most of them are preparing for their job application interview and IELTS exams. While working full-time in Now and Talk, I was working part-time for ACADSOC. There I got to handle beginner to advanced students. Okay, so I think we covered everything here. It's just a little long for me because I included all relevant teaching experiences. Actually, there are still others that I didn't include, such as the edu.pl, that is a Polish-owned company, and I got to work there for like maybe 3 months. The shift there or the working hours there was from 10 p.m. because 10 p.m. in Poland is 4 p.m. From 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. But I couldn't stand that kind of shift or that kind of working hours because I also have kids. So I don't know. And um, even though I didn't pursue, I mean, like I pursued it, but only for 3 months. But then there are some Polish students who followed me. And until now, they are my private students, and I'm charging them 500 per hour. So you have the idea as well on how to get your students or previous students become your private students. You can charge them even more. There are some other teachers who are earning more than that. They charge maybe 700 to 800 per hour. So there. Okay, so you have here. I hope you got something from this first part. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, here you have to mention the training, webinars, or seminars that you have fulfilled or attended. Much better if you have TESOL or TEFL certificates and the like. Don't forget to mention your skills and expertise as well. So I also gave an example here. I am an expert. If you are an expert in handling advanced students, you could say this. I am an expert in teaching advanced students. learning travel English, business English, IELTS, and interview English. Actually, all of these, if you are handling or if you're going to handle adult students, before I work for Chipans group or Bunny English, which is now I always handle or I'm usually handling toddlers to high school. Before that, it was very hard for me um, to blend in or to shift because I got used in handling adult students. So these are the things that you would really study with them. Travel English, they really like talking about traveling, how to like even restaurants, like they would like to know what are the things they'd say when they enter a restaurant in America or a restaurant in Europe, something like that. They would like to learn almost all of the travel vocabularies. Yes, and then business English, they also mostly business English. I got to handle a lot of business English students in ACADSOC. And then IELTS and also interview English, especially interview English. But this is very fun. It's like you're going to do role play with your students. So I got to enjoy all of these. And then if you are expert in handling kids, so you could say this: I have a lot of relevant experiences teaching phonics to beginner students. I enjoy teaching kids as I have three adorable kids as well, which is why it is not that hard for me to handle beginner learners. So, whichever or whatever your expertise, you have to emphasize that as well. And it depends on you on what kind of level or which level you'd like to handle or to focus on. And of course, you have to include your hobbies and interests as well. This is very important because it's like you are building rapport to your evaluator. It's like probably you're going to be mentioning something that she or he could relate to you. And then while listening to your recording, probably you could make him or her smile, or um, you could catch his attention deeply. So this is also really good. So you can also include your hobbies and interests in life as much as possible. You can associate them with your job description. But if your interests are totally out of it, it is also fine. Employers would like to hear what you do outside of your workplace as well. So my hobbies, my hobbies include cooking and baking during weekend. It is my fulfillment to cook my specialty food, chicken curry, and bake cookies for my family. I also like reading books. I love Harry Potter series. From time to time, I read articles to be updated on current events and watch movies at home for my entertainment. Most of the time, I play with my kids and teach them English as well. This is how I value my passion. I share it with my kids too. So you can you can say everything that you'd like to do outside of your workplace. And some people, they include ideas or things which is traveling, or playing sports or something like that, or reading books. Yes. And yeah, it depends on you what hobbies and interests you have. Okay. And number 2, be interesting. This is also very important. You have to make the handler listen to you and be interested rather of the things that you are telling her or him. So you wouldn't want to bore the evaluator. When I say be interesting, start your audio or video introducing yourself in a way that the employer or evaluator would listen to you from the start until you finish your introduction. So don't forget to sound interesting too. Avoid sounding boring, too perky. It's like a little exaggerated. Don't sound like that. And avoid being too serious. As I've said, you wouldn't want to bore your evaluator. Okay, for example, you could start it by saying, "Hello, my name is Glad, and I am certified to teach English as second language since 2011. I teach English learners from Asia and some European countries." So, in this way, you have a really good introduction. I mean, like, this is an introduction recording, but you have to also catch the attention from the start. So, okay, so he or she heard your introduction about yourself. It is like having that first impression. Like what they say, first impression last. So this is the first impression that you build to your evaluator or your future handler. So he would hear this, and then he would have that idea that, oh, this this teacher is really very suitable for the job because she is an experienced teacher. But if you don't have an experience or any experience in teaching, I suggest you invest on your trainings and seminars, or include any teaching experience that you have. Even just teaching experience with your kids, or with your neighbors. Just gather experience. Because in Chipan's group or Bunny English, we are very particular, or they are very particular with experience in teaching, because Mr. Chipan said that they are not after people who can speak English. They are after people or teachers who are capable of teaching English. So they don't require TFL or TEFL or TESOL, or TESOL certificate. They just want you to be experienced. And even you don't have any experience, just relate or just mention all the teaching experience that you have. Do you get what I mean? It's like that is just what they would like you to have, experiences or experience in teaching English. So, or probably you might want to gather experience first. I came from ACADSOC. I know the company is not promising. I mean, when it comes to rate, because it's just 50 pesos per 30 minutes or 25 minutes. I forgot. But then they have a lot of trainings there. They have a lot of trainings, and they also provide TESOL or TEFL certificate to their teachers. And well, I had some bad experiences with the management, because they are not that approachable. But then, well, I'm not really generalizing, because I know that there are people or teachers who are working for them. Okay. There are teachers who are working for them, and they are very satisfied with how the management is running the company and the team per se. But then in my case, I had bad experience with their management. But then I worked for them for 3 years. So I must admit that I really learned a lot from them. So as I was saying, if you would like to gather experience, you could just maybe apply for ACADSOC or um, apply in ACADSOC or 5-1 Talk. Well, I don't really recommend, but then, yeah, just to gather experience. So anyway, number 3, this is also very important. Um, this is about pronunciation, diction, and intonation. Okay, so always be mindful of your pronunciation and accent. It doesn't mean that you need to sound like a native English speaker, but you are applying for an ESL teacher position. So you have to impress the employer on your ability to speak, including how you deliver your speech. So if you need to do tongue twisters, review your American vowel sounds, very important is the long E sounds and also the schwa sounds. So before recording, you can practice. And this is just an audio introduction, by the way. So you could just maybe read more than 10 times your spiel so that and record as well so that you could listen and then you could choose which one is the best recording. So you could just submit that recording to your to Chipan's group. So okay, so what else do we need to know? And also don't forget to mention why teaching is your passion and how you would be able to help your students achieve their goals in learning English. Okay? So don't forget to mention these because this is also a good way to end your recording and so that the handler or the evaluator would really remember you because of this goal. Right? So you have to have all of these. And then I also prepared a sample recording, but it is wait, please. I think you would not be able to hear it because okay, maybe I can just read them to you on the spot. Okay, I prepared it here. Basically, all of these are the ones that you saw earlier. Okay, so I will apply all the things that I have mentioned in this tutorial or in this video. So, okay, let's see. So first, we have to sound very interesting, not too perky, not too serious. Be mindful of your pronunciation and accent. If you have American accent, UK accent, that is the best. I mean, that is your edge among any other applicants. So okay, and also prepare a spiel like what I told you. Hey, you have to do a little be a little nostalgic because you're going to think of all your experiences and teaching experiences, job experiences, and the like. So, okay, let's see. I will read this and I will also record it. Okay, where is my recorder? Oh, by the way, you could also just it's okay not to use Vukaroo, or it's okay to use Vukaroo as well. You could just also use the voice recorder of your computer. And my tip, because I also have heard some video, I mean like audio recording, and there was like kind of a static sound or something like zzz sound, and then my tip is you have to just go to your audio manager, and since we are using headphones, it's okay not to So you just have to make sure that it's here, just aligned to your mouth. And then don't maximize the volume. You have to just make it maybe like this, 30, 30 or 25, so 30. I usually just have 30. Even during my class, I just make sure that my students are not hearing static sound or kind of the z sound. So I will just put it in 30 microphone and then there. And then you start recording. Ang ingay ng upuan ko. Sorry. Okay, here. Hello, my name is Glad, and I am certified to teach English as second language since 2011. I teach English learners from Asia and some European countries. My name is Gladys Mutuk, 33 years old, from the Philippines. I am currently residing in Bulacan, the land of heroes, beautiful women, and progressive cooperatives. I am majored in nursing, batch 2006. I graduated from one of the reputable universities in our region, which is Baliwag University. I practiced my profession for 2 years, and eventually I had to make a career shift. The rest is history. I became a customer service representative for a UK-based company from 2008 to 2011. My task was to handle different customers' concerns and inquiries. I decided to work from home as an ESL teacher for a Korean company named Choyubjae's Online English from 2011 to 2013. I taught beginners to intermediate English learners. Then, from 2013 to 2018, I became an online English coach for another ESL company named Now and Talk, handling mostly adult students or advanced English learners. Most of them are preparing for their job application interview and IELTS exams. While working full-time in Now and Talk, I was working part-time for ACADSOC. There I got to handle beginner to advanced students. Currently, I have private students from Poland and Germany, and a part-time virtual assistant. Well, I didn't include the current job or my current job for Chipans group because because I don't know, because let's just assume that I was not part of the group yet. Okay? And I am an expert in teaching advanced students learning travel English, business English, IELTS, and interview English. I have a lot of relevant experiences teaching phonics to beginner students. I enjoy teaching kids as I have 3 adorable kids as well, which is why it is not that hard for me to handle beginner learners. My hobbies include cooking and baking. During weekend, it is my fulfillment to cook my specialty food, chicken curry, and bake cookies for my children. I also like reading books. I love Harry Potter series. From time to time, I read articles to be updated on current events and watch movies at home for my relaxation. Most of the time, I play with my kids and teach them English as well. This is how I value my passion. I share it with my kids too. Teaching English is my passion, and I am always grateful and proud to be an ESL teacher, especially now that we are going through crisis. Being an ESL teacher opened doors for me to share my knowledge, share my culture, and know the culture of others as well. Be able to be heard and hear people. Through these, I am able to build emotional connection with my students, which make them feel welcome and enjoy my class. My goal is to help my students achieve their learning goals and for them to reach their maximum potentials and confidence to speak English wherever they are. That's it for today, and thank you for listening. Have a great day. Okay, so that is an on-the-spot recording. And then I will just edit this, and then I would send it to whichever company I'm going to apply for, because in Chipan's group, currently it is summer vacation, so we have daytime classes. It depends on your handler, because some handlers are giving students, daytime students, probably they could market you to adult students. But in my case, I don't know. My handler just gave me maybe 2 or 3 adult students before, and then those students became so busy. And currently, I'm just having beginners and also high school students. So there, the video is quite long, but I hope I gave you some relevant um, ideas that you could use from that you could use in applying in Japan's group or Bunny English. Don't be confused with the name, they're just the same. Just maybe last year, Mr. Chipan just revealed the real name of Japan's group. But 3 years ago, we know this company's name as Japan's group. And then when Mr. Chipan became active in social media, like Facebook, that was the time that he told us that the real name for Japan's group is Bunny English or California English. There's something like that too. But Bunny English is the current name of the group. By the way, it's not a company, it's just a group of parents and teachers. And yeah, they are offering this kind of high rate for Filipinos, because they're not really companies. They're like just looking for best teachers to teach their kids. So all your salary is yours. $5.5 per 50 minutes. So every class you get to rest. In every class, in between classes, you get to rest for 10 minutes. And then after that, you're going to handle another student. I would like to share to you my current schedule. So here, my handler gave me the schedule for next week. And yes, I decided to rest Sunday. But before, I didn't want to rest on Sundays because I was gathering students. So that will be for another video. I would share you or to you guys on how you would gather students or keep your students as well. So here I have my schedule for next week. This one I have finished already. 57 classes. So times $5.5 or 275. Before we had 285, but it became it depends on the exchange rate. So that is another story. I would share to you guys about that next time. So there. Oh, yeah. So here, 51. So the least number of classes that I had with them was when I was starting. It was 20 classes. I was working for ACADSOC and Now and Talk by that time. And yeah, I decided to do full time. So anyway, this video is becoming longer and longer. So I just hope you got something from the video. And yeah, I wish you good luck and break a leg. I hope you'll be part of Bunny English. And yes. And also, please send your resume and audio introduction to chipan1@yahoo.com. Okay, thank you and good luck.